morning everyone, I hope you are all doing well. I thought I would do something a little bit different today. I haven't done a makeup kind of video or chatty makeup video or anything like that on my channel for a while, so I thought I would do something today because I've got a few new beauty bits that I've sort of been buying in and trying and fitting into my daily routine. So I thought I'd show you what I've been doing as my daily makeup. Now, I am by no means a makeup artist. I'm really not that good at makeup. I'm learning. My best friend Kiki is actually teaching me how to do makeup better. And she's recommended a few of the things in this mixture today. So I'll leave her channel link down below. She does designer unboxings. She's gonna be doing a lot more sort of designer videos, house tours, all that kind of stuff. So go give her a subscribe. And yeah, she's way better at makeup than I am. So I'm gonna start off how I always start off with an eye cream. Now this is just my LPG eye cream. So when I went for the face treatment with them and they used the LPG machine on my face, if I can find the link to the video or the blog post, I'll leave it down below so you can have a look. But this is just the eye cream from them. And I saw, I think it was on Lorna Lux, that you're supposed to pop it on before your moisturiser. So that's the routine for that now. Now I'm gonna go in with the Pixie Rose Ceramide Cream. Now this moisturiser is really, really thick. And I just love applying it every day because it feels like it's nourishing my skin. So if you don't follow me on Instagram and you don't know, I have started a course of Roaccutane, which is these little puppies here. And they are for acne, for bad skin, and can only be prescribed by a doctor. So I've been waiting for them for about 2 years now. And so far, all they're doing is sort of making my lips dry, making my skin dry. I burn very easily in the sun. They make me really tired. I'm getting headaches, but it's sort of just the norm for these tablets. So, I mean, they've cleared up my skin a little bit, like there's less around here, but I'm doing a whole video on that, so I'll show you all of that anyway. But that leads me on to foundation. So I always like to have a full coverage foundation because obviously I want to cover up my bad skin. So if you can hear a bell ringing, it's my cat in the background. Sorry. So yeah, foundation, I always like to be very, quite dewy because I have kind of oily skin anyway. So I like to be quite dewy and not too matte, but I also like to have full coverage on my face. So I do use a lot of concealer and I do use full coverage foundation. So this is the new one I bought the other day, and this is the Fit Me Maybelline New York Matte and Poreless Normal to Oily Foundation with Clay. This is in number 128 Warm Nude. Now I did wear this yesterday on its own and it wasn't as full coverage as I would have liked, but it is a good colour. So it's kind of like yellowy. It looks really light when you hold it up against my skin, but it's not actually that light. However, I am going to mix it with my Die Hard Lasting Finish Rimmel London 25 Hour Foundation. I think I get this. This is in True Nude, number 303. So I'm going to mix those two together just to give this foundation that little bit more of coverage. So let's go with this. Let's do it on the brush. I normally do use quite a lot of foundation as well. So Kiki actually taught me that you're not supposed to put foundation under your eyes if you're putting concealer under your eyes. So I'm gonna go around my eyes and then leave a gap. Just clean that, there we go. Right, let's give this a go. I have got a mirror here as well. So I just wanted to give it a bit more full coverage than what I had yesterday, but I did like the colour. So we're gonna see how this turns out. So foundation layer is on. I did get some actually under my eyes, but that was by accident, I didn't mean to. So I'm gonna let it sink in a little bit because I find that when you apply it with a brush, it sits quite wet for a while. And I suppose it is wet foundation, so you have to wait for it to dry. So while that is drying, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. Now I haven't really changed the way I do my eyebrows in maybe a couple of years. I have had them tattooed, but they're not very dark. I have also started tinting them from home with the, I think it's the Eyelure eyebrow tint that I've started using. However, I do need to do that again, so they are not currently tinted or dark in any way, which I'm sure, yeah, you can see. So this is the Barry M brow kit. Now this is, yeah, I mean, you can see how much I use this every day. So it's got the gel sort of consistency one, the powder, and then the light powder. I never use the light powder because I don't really see what it does, if I'm honest. So I'm gonna go in first of all with the gel one, and this is just going to put a layer underneath and also shape how I want them. The thing about brows as well is I just think if you mess it up, there is always concealer. So don't worry too much. Great brows, I'm gonna leave them like this. No, I'm kidding. So then I go in with the powder one, and I'm just gonna do the outline, so it gives it a little bit of a more natural kind of ombre look. So you've got the lighter colour in the middle and this on the outside. There we go. And that bit I'll blend into my face later. So brow shape is defined. We're done on that front. Now I'm gonna go in with the concealer just to round off my brows and just to get the final shape right. Now I have a new one that I can show you because that one's gross. I'm using the Instant Anti-Age Eraser from Maybelline New York, and I think this is in number 8, which is Buff. Now I like using a concealer that is lighter than my face, however I don't like it being too light, otherwise it looks too yellow. So I'm pretty happy with the colour of this one. I have ordered the Tarte Cosmetics, I think it's the Shape Tape Concealer, and I ordered that in light medium, I think it is. So when that comes, if you follow me on Instagram, I'll leave it down here. When that comes, I'll have a play around with that and see what it's like, because apparently it's supposed to be very good. I get quite bad dark circles under my eyes. I don't know why. I've tried everything from drinking water to sleeping more. I think it's just part of my face. Eyebrow shape is now done. I've gone around them with concealer. We are going to leave them like this. I don't like them too perfect because I want them to look kind of natural. But now we're going to go in with proper concealer. So these are 2 of the new things that I've been trying out. So I've got the tiny Real Techniques beauty blenders. They come in a pack of 4 like this, and I think it was about £6 or £7, which is not too bad. I've also got some of the other beauty blenders, and I'll go through those in a second, but I'm going to use the tiny one now, and I have been advised to wet my beauty blender, so I'm using the Maybelline New York Dream Satin Mist Spray. I'm going to go in with the same concealer, so I'm going to pop some of this on my under eye. As I said, I do use quite a lot of concealer. Then wet my beauty blender. Still feels very weird doing that. And dab, dab, dab. I do find that when I use a beauty blender, the concealer comes out looking a lot more flawless. I used to use a brush for my concealer and it kind of went sort of streaky and you'd get the cracks in the middle. So I do find that the beauty blender helps, and these ones are so much easier to get into the corners. And then I'm just going to dab over any areas that perhaps need a little bit more concealer. And we're going to leave it like that for the day. I know it's not like full coverage and it could be a lot better. However, that's why I'm waiting for the Tarte Cosmetics one. I'm going to see what that's like. Now normally I don't wear eyeshadow on a day-to-day basis. I just use some bronzer. This is just a Revolution bronzer. And I dip in here with just like a thick brush, and I'm going to go from the corner of my eye up and round. And that's generally just to give it a bit of a lift and a bit of colour, and to make sure there's some kind of powder on my eye so that it doesn't go all sticky in my eye. And it only takes a few seconds as well. So I'm not the kind of person that will sit and do eyeshadow for hours because I can't do it. Firstly, I can't do it. Secondly, I don't have the time a lot of the time. So I'm just going to do a bit of powder in there, blend that in. Boom, we have eyeshadow. Now I was using cream contour, but I've also been advised to do some powder contour. So I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to go down the sides of my nose to do my nose contour with powder. I always make funny faces when I do my makeup. Does anyone else do that? And then I'm just going to go in again with my concealer and my little concealer powder blender, and we're just going to go down the middle just to make sure that contour definition is there. And then I'm just going to blend in the top so that it's not too dark and harsh. And the same with the sides. Now for powder. Now I've been absolutely loving, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Powder. This is in number 2 medium. I absolutely love the Charlotte Tilbury makeup. I need to get more of it, but this is how it comes. It doesn't come with a compact or anything like that. So I use a mixture of 2 things. So I use a very thick brush. I think this is an old Spectrum brush. And then this is one of the new things. This is the Real Techniques powder blender. So this is specifically for powder. So I'm gonna just roll this under my eyes and leave it there before I brush it away afterwards. Just to really set my under eyes, as this is a problem area for me. And then I'm going to use the brush and I'm going to just brush it over the rest of my face. As I said, I don't like to be too matte because then it shows when my skin is kind of oily. It makes it really obvious. So I don't like being too matte, but I'm just going to pop some just to set my makeup. It's really difficult to do your makeup and feel comfortable with it when you have bad skin. So this whole Roaccutane journey is quite stressful for me, I'd say, but we're getting there. Last but not least, almost, we're going to go back in with the bronzer, and I'm just going to do it just under my cheekbones so that it gives a little bit of definition. I don't usually contour on a day-to-day basis. I just do my nose, as I'm not really keen on my nose. But I am going to do a bit of bronzer just to give it a bit of definition. I'm just going to go under there, blend it in, and then just a little bit up here to round off my face. Then I'm going to use my trusty Luna Rose London highlighter. Again, mine is just filthy. I'm getting to really hit pan on this one now, but this is my favourite one. So I'm going in with the Morphe M510 brush. This is my favourite highlighter brush, and I think I'm just going to go in with the same colour, the same middle one, and oh, there's fluff on it. Yeah. And just above my cheeks. Oh, I just love this highlighter. And then I'm going to use the lighter one just to go above my lip and just down my nose a little bit, and then use any excess to put on my eyelids to give them a little bit of shine. I don't really wear blusher on a day-to-day basis either. I feel like this is just my kind of everyday quick makeup look when I get up. So now this is last but not least, the Rodeo Glam Lash Mascara. Now this came in a, you know, like those beauty boxes that you order and they have loads of different things in? It came in one of those and I'm actually really enjoying it. So we're gonna go with this. I'm just putting my blenders away. So we're gonna go in with this mascara. I do find sometimes it's a little bit liquidy, so be careful not to like dab it on your face, because the amount of times I've done that is unreal. But again, just because it's like a daily makeup, I'm not really putting too much on. I just want it to be quite natural. And there we have it. We are all set and ready to go for the day. I feel like this is just a really quick and easy makeup routine. I mean, it says it's been 20 minutes. Obviously, I'm going to edit this down, but it says it's been 20 minutes. And personally, I think that's quite good for a whole makeup routine, especially when I'm chatting through it as well. So normally it'd probably be about 15 minutes, I guess. But yeah, stays on all day because I wore this yesterday. And I find that with the beauty blenders, it gets it right in your skin rather than, well, not in a bad way, but rather than just kind of brushing it on top, it puts it into your skin better. I don't know, I'm no guru, I'm still learning, but as I learn, I will teach you all the tips and tricks that I know as well. Don't forget to go and follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you back here soon for another video. Bye!